Well, good afternoon, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Alan Hooper, and I'm the lead technologist for advanced materials at the Technology Strategy Board. In that role, one of my primary responsibilities is to develop a strategy for advanced materials, which is one of a number of so-called key technology areas and key application areas that have been identified by the Technology Strategy Board as areas where we think the UK has the capacity both to develop and exploit technology, and importantly, where there is also a significant and identifiable global market opportunity. So, as one of these important KTAs, key technology areas, advanced materials will have its own strategy, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about in brief today. But because of the underpinning and sort of pervasive nature of materials technology, of which we're all pretty much aware in this room, I guess, there'll be a lot of crossovers between my strategy and the other strategies that are being developed in the other KTA and KAAs. And you'll see some of that crossover reflected in my presentation today, but you'll also see it in the portfolio of strategies that are eventually published later this year. For the purposes of this strategy, I'm defining advanced materials to be materials together with their associated process technologies, which have the potential to be exploited into high-value products. And within the strategy, I consider them within the four broad major categories of functional, structural, multifunctional, and biomaterials. But the scope of the strategy will also encompass a number of important cross-cutting areas. Not least nanomaterials, but it's worth just saying that nanomaterials will also form an important part of a nanotechnology strategy, which the TSB will also be publishing later this year. Other cross-cutting themes that I'll include in my strategy are materials modelling, design, metrology and standards, and of course manufacturing, and really materials and manufacturing go hand in glove very often. For me, a good place to start when developing a strategy is the here and now. So where are we now? What kind of platform do we have on which we can build our strategy going forward? And I think we're actually in a pretty good place, to be honest. The Materials Innovation and Growth Team study, which was published in 2006, demonstrated that the UK materials sector makes a major direct contribution to the UK economy. You've heard the numbers from Patrick already, but at around 15% of the country's GDP. Materials technologies were also identified as having an underpinning role in really all major areas of economic activity in the UK through the market sectors that you see listed on this slide. So it's an important sector and recognised to be so by government. I think we have a strong materials community in the UK, and I think that's due in no small part to the efforts and activities of the Materials Knowledge Transfer Network and other bodies such as MAT UK in bringing together a community which actually has the potential to be very disparate because of its very broad technology base and also its very wide stakeholder base. But bringing that community together, building what is recognised to be a world-class science and technology base, and delivering a community which I think has got already a good track record of collaboration, of technology transfer, and technology exploitation. Looking more globally at where we are, again, I think we're in a position not too different from that in 2006. In that there is no doubt that there are continuing concerns about major societal issues in the environment, resource and energy pressures, and from a business context, increasing global competitiveness. And those major issues bring with them some difficult challenges, but also some important opportunities. and I think not least for the materials community. So I think it's really these challenges and the opportunities that go with them that really form the basis of the materials strategy going forward. So, going forward, where do we want to be? Well, I guess we want to be broadly here in this green and pleasant land. But there's a recognition that along the way we have to find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. We have to create wealth if we're going to be able to enjoy the benefits that those societal improvements bring. From a Technology Strategy Board perspective, the TSB is about supporting UK business. It's about helping business to become more globally competitive. It's about helping business to create wealth within the UK. And within that remit, the TSB has a vision. It's really a tiered vision, the first part of which is to ensure that where we already have leading sectors and businesses in the UK, that we maintain that position in the face of increasing global competition. At the same time, we want to ensure that sectors and businesses that have the potential to be world leaders can actually fulfill that potential. And we're also looking to ensure that emerging technologies of today become the growth sectors of tomorrow. So it's a three-tiered approach. It's time-based, but bringing those three things together, really what we're looking for as a vision for the UK is that it becomes a centre of investment by world-leading companies. In the context of today, this is all about supporting the wealth creation theme, obviously via the exploitation of advanced materials technologies. But what we're looking to do is sustain high-value manufacturing and methods of construction, and to foster the development of a range of new, sustainable, high-performance, value-added products and processes. So that's what we're about from a government perspective. What about the materials community? Well, as part of my strategy development over the last few months, I've consulted pretty widely within the materials community, including quite a few people in this room. And this is just a collection of some of the themes which have most commonly been fed back to me in terms of the things that the community would like to see going forward, largely in terms of process. And the first one stands out: continuity of funding. People are looking for better continuity, both in terms of time, so money committed over longer periods of time, but also in the sense of bringing funding stakeholders together in a more coordinated way. People are looking for more focused market-led R&D in key areas. They're looking for better, and that really means faster exploitation. We need to look simply to be more innovative in the things we do, but we need to recognise that innovation comes in many forms. It can come from evolutionary development as well as revolutionary development. We do need to support our existing established market sectors. At the same time,